All right, going into our next game, we've got a fun one. Number 15, Louisville versus number 16, Notre Dame at 3:30. This one is in South Bend. Do you guys think they're going to be ready to go? Because I don't know. We're talking about a team that lost to NIU here, but it's freaking Louisville, all right? And I was wrong last week. I picked Georgia Tech over Louisville. I guess I shouldn't have done that. They played pretty well, obviously. Louisville, Tyler Shuck, he did well. I didn't expect him to, but I guess at Texas Tech he didn't have an offensive line or didn't have the weapons he needed. So Louisville and Tyler Shuck, he came out, he balled. This one's going to be really interesting because obviously you have Notre Dame who won a big road game against Texas A&M, lost to NIU at home, who just lost to Buffalo last weekend, by the way, destroyed Purdue the next weekend, and now they're facing Louisville, which, by the way, they were having their historic season last year with Sam Hartman until about 4 weeks into the season, and then they lost to Louisville. Louisville was the team that knocked them off. Do they repeat? ESPN FPI has Notre Dame at 67%. TBD model has Notre Dame by 1, and the spread is Notre Dame by 6.5. So the spread and the TBD model actually in agreement on this one, all three in agreement. We've got Notre Dame pretty heavily favored. Isaac, who you got?
I would also like to let the record show that the week after destroying Purdue, they only beat Miami of Ohio by 24 points on Saturday, I think it was, like 28-3. Listen, okay, you say Isaac's 3.5 touchdowns. They don't give up a field goal. Yeah, it's Miami of Ohio. You're Notre Dame. You were a top 12 team, a top 8 team, if I remember right, at the beginning of the year. You lost to NIU, you demolished Purdue, and you lose by, or you only win by, 3.5 touchdowns against Miami, Ohio. Okay, where Ben Roethlisberger went. Okay, this is not a big school. This one's in South Bend. I really thought Notre Dame would be a lot better after their big win against Texas A&M. Nonetheless, 6.5 point spread in favor of the Irish. Man, I got to tell you, I got to go with the Cardinals in this one. I think Louisville's offense, I think they looked really good this past weekend. I'm looking forward to this one. I think they're going to go into South Bend, and I'm going to say the upset, even though technically speaking they're ranked higher. I think they're going to pull it off. It's going to be a big one, but I like the Cardinals in this one.
Yeah, I guess I'm pretty confused on whether or not it's an upset just because you were favored or the ranking. I mean, I guess you technically could say it either way. I guess because Notre Dame could upset Louisville because they're not ranked as high, but I guess you could also have Louisville upset Notre Dame because Notre Dame's favored. This one, I'm going to go ahead and go with Louisville on this one. Call it a gut feeling. I should have gone with them last week, and I didn't. So I am playing it a little bit safe here. But yeah, give me Louisville because I think their offense can get it going. I think Tyler Shuck comes in and plays well against that tough Notre Dame defense. Notre Dame's defense is really what kept them in the game against NIU as their offense that had problems, which is really crazy because they have Riley Leonard, who's a really good quarterback. I think if Louisville can stop Riley Leonard, and I think they win the game easy. So give me Louisville in a close one.
So going into this game, I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, Louisville's offense is good. Notre Dame's defense is really good. So it's really just a matter of if Notre Dame's offense can put together something against Louisville's defense. Now, Louisville's defense did come in clutch against Georgia Tech to kind of seal the game. Which is a very talented offense to do that against. Granted, it was not a good game for them majority of the time. But with that being said, Notre Dame's offense still just can't get it together. So it's like they had one, maybe 2 games where it's like, okay, they got it. The rest were questionable at best. So I really I think I gotta pick Louisville here.